We're here on Hope Street in Glasgow, which has the dubious accolade of being Scotland's most air-polluted street. We have an air quality monitor and we have a rickshaw. Hello. Why is it Scotland's most polluted street?
Well, we have a lot of traffic coming up this street. We've got buses, taxis, often idling, and we know that traffic is the biggest cause of air pollution, but the levels here are well above the legal limit, and that's the legal limit that should have been met back in 2010.
And it's not just big cities that can be affected. Crieff High Street also features on the list, not because of the volume of traffic, but because of how it moves. It's a real celebration here today, and we've just heard in fact that the Royal House have something else to celebrate. It's just been announced that the Queen is to become a great granny once again. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge expecting their third child, perhaps fitting on the day that she is opening the third bridge across the Firth of Forth. Now, of course, not only do they symbolise 3 crossings, but they actually stand as something of a living timeline, 3 centuries of engineering expertise. Gordon Cree took to the water for us to take a different perspective. So just how powerful are these 11 giants? Well, to give you some idea, just one rotation of these giant blades will produce enough electricity to power one average home. Typically, doctors test for 1 or 2 genes, carefully choosing which ones to look for. In the last few years, they have been able to increase that to 5, 10 or even 20. But in this study, scientists will sequence every one of the patient's 22,000 genes. For people in poverty, it can be difficult enough to find money to pay for food, let alone other essentials. And for many women on low incomes, meeting their own personal needs comes last ahead of feeding their families. Now, though, a pilot project offering free sanitary products is to be trialled in Aberdeen in a bid to aid those most in need, but who are often reluctant to ask for help. There's always going to be parents who say that they feel they should decide how to parent their children, and this challenges that, doesn't it?
Well, actually, the majority of parents support a smacking ban in the sense that they themselves don't think smacking is a good idea.
Farmers in Orkney have long looked to the skies for an answer to a pest problem that devastates their crops every year. Now, a huge sea eagle has been brought in to tackle the scourge of marauding geese. It's been strapped up with a camera to give a rare bird's-eye view of the action. Fruit or art?
Fruit, I would say fruit.
So you wouldn't pay to see this in a gallery?
No, I wouldn't.
In a statement, festival director said they didn't know who had placed the pineapple here, but said that they knew it was a prank, but decided to leave it here in keeping with the festival's playful spirit. Laura Goodwin, STV News.